Planet Earth, a beautiful blue sphere with several large continents on it. We all know how the continents are scattered over the surface of the planet, because all of us have seen maps like this one. Such maps seem to represent the Earth quite well. But we should not forget that our planet is round instead of flat. Therefore, depicting the Earth on a map generates huge distortions. This picture shows you how most world maps are generated. Longitude lines are drawn from the North Pole to the South Pole. As you can see, these lines come together on the poles, but get more distance from each other when approaching the equator. World maps show these lines as if they have the same distance to each other everywhere, which yields great distortion near the poles. This is no big problem, because nobody lives there. Well, almost nobody. If we would choose other places than the poles to be on the top and bottom of the world map, the distortion would be moved to other places, and we would see how great this distortion is. Well, let's just do it. This is the world map as we know it. Now we are going to move Greenland to the top of the map. Greenland instead of the North Pole. Now this is interesting. The North Pole is not huge anymore, but it appears as a small white area mass on the upper right corner of the map. Instead, Greenland has taken its place. Greenland is now depicted everywhere on the top of the map. To understand why this map is so different, let's have another look at the Earth with the longitude lines. When we moved Greenland to the top of the map, we actually moved the place where these lines come together. So the map that you just saw would go with these red lines. Well, I'm not Picasso, but this is an approximation of what the lines would be. Now let's move the distortion point even further away from the North Pole. We are now moving it to Las Vegas. Las Vegas is now on top of the world. As you can see, North America is now hugely distorted, while the ice mass of the North Pole appears only slightly larger than Europe. Now let's move the distortion to South America. As you can see, whatever place is put on the top or bottom of the map, it is greatly distorted. These maps all depict Earth just as well as our normal world map. There is no additional distortion. The only change is that the places of distortion are moved. This yields quite different images of the world than our normal world map. The funny thing is that you can choose any place to become the top of the world. For example, if you pick some place in the Indian Ocean, you will get this map. You can see all the continents clearly, without any extreme distortions. Both the top and the bottom of the world are water. When we place the large Asian continent on the top, this map appears. This looks almost like another world. But as I mentioned before, this map is just as valid as our normal world map. Just a few more examples. Let's place the Sahara Desert on top. Or Australia.